Tool that can do that for you is dynamite. 90% of the rock removed from Mount Rushmore was removed using dynamite.
Some folks didn't last a day. They got in a boss's chair and said, "This is not for me, I'm gone. Bye-bye."
Driller Don Clifford remembers.
Well, the first time I went over the mountain, I was scared to death. I looked down and I was scared, but you got used to it. I mean, it's just like anything that's new. After you do it, you get used to it, and that's your job.
We also had a lot of jobs off the mountain. Down here on this level, we saw a lot of the support services. Women were able to establish restaurants and bunkhouses. They also filled in things like clerical and secretarial duties and ran gift shops.
One of these women, Maxine Wasser, got a job as a secretary.
I had the family, my boy, and my parents, sister, and I contributed mostly to their support. And it was a job, and I did the very best I could.
My dad, Lincoln, was very close with the workers because, of course, he understood them, and they shared a common goal.
It was this connection to the workers that inspired Lincoln to bring America's national pastime to Rushmore to help boost morale and strengthen the community.
My dad was a big baseball fan, and I think he decided that it would be fun to sponsor a team from the Keystone workers and have a Rushmore team. That really added to the camaraderie, I think, of the men that worked on the mountain.
The team name was the Rushmore Drillers. Howard Howdy Peterson recalled.
The first year, it was a kind of a pickup bunch. We had no uniforms. So the next year, Lincoln decided, by gosh, we're going to have a ball team. We're going to have a good one. So we went out and we picked up guys that could play ball and give them jobs. And it turned out we really had a good ball team. Everybody on the mountain supported it. They supported it big. We had jackets made with Rushmore Memorial with the faces on the back of it, and I think every person on the mountain bought it.
I think the workers really enjoyed it, and it was something to do besides the hard work that all of them were doing.
But at times, weather and funding shortages caused the hard work to stop.
Sometimes you'd get 3 or 4 months and the work wasn't all that plentiful. And you had to scrounge around and try to make it through till they started up again in the spring. And I tell you, it was a hardship on a lot of them because there was no other jobs. Of course, that wasn't the fault of the mountain.
All we was thinking about is a job, which was a good job up here, and it paid a little bit more than around the surrounding country. And I got a whole 65 cents an hour, which was good money at that time.
In the end, it cost around $1 million to carve Mount Rushmore. And it was the labor of hundreds of people working countless hours towards a shared vision that created a memorial that transcends any sum of money.
But the sculpture that visitors see today is quite different from the original idea conceived over 100 years ago.
To do something on the scale of Mount Rushmore presents some real unknowns.
The mountain and its flaws dictated the changes that would evolve through the carving process.
The original was designed to have Jefferson's head on the left, and it was started to be carved that way.
And then about 1.5 years into the carving, they realized the rock was not going to hold and Jefferson had to be moved.
Borglum then ends up blasting Jefferson off the hillside to relocate him.
Can you imagine how heartbreaking it must have been to take the jackhammers and dynamite and totally remove all of that hard work? They had to rearrange the mountain entirely.
The scale model shows the presidents to their waist. But as they sculpted down the face of the mountain, it's realized that they can't carve it because the granite gives way to a darker band of rock called mica schist, and mica schist is not carvable on a large scale.
Borglum's original plan also included a stone staircase leading up the mountain to a canyon behind the faces, where a massive repository named the Hall of Records would be carved.
He dreamed of a museum that held the original Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, something that represented all of American history more than the 4 presidents could alone.
Borglum's team started the process of blasting away the solid granite. But funding for the Hall of Records had never been officially authorized. It was Gutzon's dream and a personal endeavor. Any additional costs to the project, with its constant funding challenges, were a threat to the completion of the 4 presidents. With time and money running out, along with rising tensions overseas and World War II looming, work on the Hall of Records came to an abrupt end.
What is up there today? It's a tunnel that goes back and tapers off as it goes.
Yet money was not the only issue threatening the completion of Mount Rushmore. In March of 1941, the unexpected happened. Gutzon Borglum died.
When Gutzon died, it was the workers that all wrote a unanimous letter saying they wanted Lincoln to take over and finish the mountain as his father had wished.
Lincoln Borglum made the final refinements and declared the mountain finished. Years later, when asked about adding additional figures, he stated, "It isn't possible. All the granite suitable for carving a colossal head has been used." Long after the work was completed, a driller recalled, "At first, Rushmore was just another job, and a crazy kind of a job at that. But the longer we were there, the more we began to sense that we were building a truly great thing."
I think Mount Rushmore really represents many different things to people. To me, it represents democracy, and it represents freedom, and it represents ideals and dreams come true.
What inspires me when I look at the memorial, first of all, the artwork is very polished. It's carved in granite, but it is really finely done work. But what fascinates me is as you get to the edges are the unfinished areas. And to me, that's the story of America. And so I go to the edges and think, it's up to us to write the next pieces. It's up to us to complete our own story.
For generations, Mount Rushmore has been a must-see destination on the great American road trip. Every day, visitors from around the world journey to this iconic site, each discovering their own meaning and contributing to the rich tapestry of its story. Here, where the past converges with the present and worlds intertwine, we reflect on an enduring American symbol that will be with us for generations to come.
So hopefully you like it. I will put it, download it, all things what I just saw it. So you can go on my channel and see it. Okay? Bye.